liftoff and the clock has started.
Go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with me, Richard Vobes, and this, the lovely invisible Julia. She is in the bathroom getting herself ready. I've actually not seen her this evening because she was so rushed with family affairs and then traffic and cyclists and slow coaches on the road that actually I've been upstairs here in the studio whilst the lovely Julia has managed to come in, vacuum the front room, make a cup of tea, put the dinner on, paint the ceiling and take a bath in the tin bath. All those things to come, not in this show. Welcome along. It's Monday, the beginning of another exciting week, and I hope you are all well and dandy and doing lots of exciting things. And if not, I want to know why not. We have a theme on tonight's show, which is rather jolly. Thank you very much for the ping on the phone there. On the live chat, yes, we have a theme, caravanning and camping, and you would be well to enter anything about caravanning and camping, the places you like to go, the type of caravanning or camping that you do, whether that's wild camping, under canvas camping, under caravans camping, or just up a crag in a mountain camping. We want to know what it is. How do you keep warm? What is the best way to snuggle up to a cow? Can you, for example, camp on the sea? Maybe that is sailing and camping. Who knows? We want to hear from you. Lots of people out there who are already making sure that their voices are heard, and you can do that. We will be opening the phone calls, but not quite yet. I've actually just got to quickly ensure that nobody can call in whilst we're doing this, and interrupt the flow, because we do like a little bit of flow. On the video side of things, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 16,452 Vince Hillian makes you quite illion, billion, trillion videos from Mark Burgess, although we're only going to show one tonight. Stephen Agger has got some highlights from his 2021 trips around. Bernie is back on the NC 500, which I have heard can take about 6 months to do. So I'm sure there's tons of that coming. And Jackie HW has a very personal video about a dog. And Mark Byrne is pedalling up Parbold Hill. Now, I've no concept whatsoever where Parbold Hill is, but I'm sure it's somewhere. And he will be pedalling up it, and we will be able to hear or see him out of breath puffing away, which is what we like. People exercising so we don't have to. Carl Keegan is saying, hello, Rich and Julia. Hello to you, Carl. I hope you're well. And if you want to contact the show, all you have to do is in the chat, go the @ sign and put in the Vobes Show, and we'll be able to hear you and see you. In fact, we'll be able to see you. We won't be able to hear you. You can sing, you can shout, you can scream, you can murder your granny if you so wish. We won't be able to hear that unless you write it down. That is the best way. Otherwise, we just pick at random some of the comments that come in, such as Seabird says, went for a nice walk today, apropos of, which is very nice. A lot of people saying hello to Daniel, and Daniel, hello, and hello, Daniel, hello, Daniel. Daniel, I hope you're having a good hello to Daniel, and Daniel, hello. A lot of all this helloing going on, particularly to Daniel. Lynn B says, no, it doesn't. She says, hi, Tim and Mr. Pete Burney. A lot of all of that nonsense. So actually, would rather you had a chat about the caravan and camping. Unless you just want me to go away, I can go away and join the lovely Julia in the other room, and you can just carry on going. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Daniel. Hello, it's nice to see you, Daniel. I hope you're doing a good time out there in the world of. Yes, slightly mad this evening. It is a Monday. We've got the whole week to get through, and it's been a busy one. Julia and I have been out. We've been making a video so that you can enjoy it tomorrow morning. It's, I hope it's an interesting one, with something that came to us as a gift. And people are very generous. Big thanks to Steve Mitchell, by the way, for the mystery gift that has arrived. I have thanked you, but I'm not showing it in this show. We'll show it in the video as and when the time comes back. Linda Kane is out there. We hope that Linda is all right. Are you all right, Linda? We know that you had the dreaded COVID illness from the gods, which turned out not to be as dreadful as everybody made out it was. As far as I'm aware, not so many zombies dropped down from the dead, and they weren't knocking on the door saying, bring out your dead! Or maybe they were, who knows? I wasn't, never really affected me. So I'm all right. Tim T is out. The Tim T was here, not here in this particular studio, but he was at breakfast time, just after breakfast time, having been a hero. He put on his red underpants and his big cloak, and he rescued some poor chap who'd fallen off his motorbike at a roundabout, and he had to hold his head, he said, for at least an hour. And I thought that was a shame, really, because it was an opportunity to play the Vobes Show to this poor individual and send him on his way. Paul Carl Griffin says there's a fair amount of recamping at the top of the show. Is there? Oh, well, you see, this is it, but I'm not really watching at the top of the show. But I am watching now, you see. Otherwise, I've got to scroll all the way back. If you are camping, then it would be nice. As I say, the best thing to do, I don't know how many times one has to say this, but if you put at the Vobes Show, it really helps, because then I get to see that you're talking to me and not talking to each other, saying, hello, Daniel, hello. I hope you're all right, Daniel. Are you all right, Daniel? We hope that you are. That's very nice. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing all right. Thank you, Daniel. One would think it was the Daniel Show. Maybe it is. Maybe underneath this rubbery face here and the one eye, I'm actually Daniel. You never quite know. At any moment now, a lion will come in and eat me. Lynn B says, at the Vobes Show, never been camping, but we love staying in mobile homes. Is that not the same thing? I mean, how do you define camping? That's what I would like to know. How do you define it? What is it? Is it trampsing around in a field going, oh, hello, no, nice, there was a nice here, isn't it, eh? Is that camping? Could be. Could be taken on holiday. Got photographs if you want to show them. Colonel Cragratty says, hello, Richard. Just so you are not feeling left out in the hello messages. No, don't worry, I'm left out all the time. I love camping in my small tent all year round. It's great to get away from the wife and kids, and I am left alone, especially when I'm on the North Pole. No, I don't think that's exactly what he says. Nice and cosy, especially in the winter. How small is your tent? I mean, is it one of these triangular tents in which only enough room for one? Can you stand up in it? And is a tent that you can stand up called something different? If the tent is something you can stand up and has wheels, maybe that is actually a caravan. Lord Jeffrey says at Vobes Show, it's at the Vobes Show, just in case you didn't know, at the Vobes Show, we went into a pet shop today and couldn't find the lead you used in your video. I don't know. Of course you couldn't find it because I'd bought it myself. I mean, I hadn't taken it back to the pet shop, so you wouldn't be able to get it. It's actually hanging up in my kitchen. So there you are. You've got to be a bit wiser, a cracker than that to fool me. Mark Towson says, camping tip. Oh, here we go. Camping tip. You asked them a question. Camping tip, and here it is. Have a pair of wellies and a torch by the door so that if you need to go to the loo in the middle of the night and you can't find the way, you can always pee in the wellies. And that's a very good tip there. Hello, Daniel. Daniel, hello.
Hello, Daniel.
It's nice to see you, Daniel. Yes.
Good. You all right, Daniel?
And what happened to you then?
Well,
yes.
we got waylaid, didn't we?
We got waylaid. Yes, better getting laid by a way. Pardon? Don't know what's going on. Who knows? Who cares? Moving on very swiftly. It's the old brain.
Oh.
Anything in there?
Hang on. Oh.
Yeah. The old cogs are getting a bit tired.
Yeah, could do with a bit of WD-40.
Yes, has anybody got any WD-40? That would be a camping tip. Always take some WD-40 with you. You never know when something might seize up, particularly your back. Although, if it is your back, I've got some Radian B up there on my shelf, which, of course, the very lovely, what's his name, gave to me, whose name now escapes me, and he's going to penalise me for not remembering it, but there you are. Yes.
How dare you?
Yes, how dare you, indeed. What's occurring on the roads at the moment down in? Oh, you want to micro? Well, you weren't here. You see, I didn't put it up.
I know. I need to learn which one it is.
Number three, the third one along. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. 3.
A, B, C.
Yeah, there's copyright strike. By the way, the other day, one of you sent in a video and we got a copyright strike.
Really?
Yeah. I can't tell you which one it was. I can't be bothered to find out. Anyway, so lovely, Julia. You were stuck behind a bicycle for all this way. There's a new law, isn't there?
Yeah. But there was nothing on the other side of the road. I just couldn't get it. I was like, why are we travelling at like 20 miles an hour?
These cyclists, I mean, I do a bit of cycling, but please, I'm also a driver, so I have a bit of respect for the drivers, seeing as the drivers pay the MOTs and they pay for the licences and they pay for the tax and pretty much they take most up of the road and they've got a vehicle that could be dangerous. So I respect those, but some cyclists, they just don't.
Yeah.
They go, wait a minute, I've got 2 wheels, I've got a bike.
I'm not worried about the cyclist. I'm worried about the plonker that couldn't go around it with nothing on the other side of the road. I mean, I understand.
Well, they've changed the law
now. The speed limit
now.
of the road is the speed limit and not the
target.
Yeah, not the target. But if you don't move as close to the speed limit, it slows the whole road down and then you get backlog.
Well, you can't expect a cyclist to do that, especially in a 60-mile-an-hour road.
No, but you expect a car to be able to go around said cyclist.
Yes.
When there's nothing on the other side of the road.
Exactly. Or just push them into the ditch and be done with it. Especially if they're wearing lycra and have got one of those stupid goatee beards. God, blimey, I can't bear those sort of... If that's you, by the way, if you've got one of those good goatee beards and you wear lycra...
Goatee beards really suit some people.
Yeah, but not when they're
really
cycling with those stupid
people.
helmets. I mean, it's just utterly...
Now you're stereotyping again.
Yes, that's it. That's my job.
I'd hate you to be stereotyping.
It says here, look, when you do the show...
You must stereotype everybody you possibly can. Insult every single stereotype person you possibly could.
Well, I use both hands, you see, when I type. Didn't you see the video they did that stereotyping?
Yep, gotcha.
One goes out the left
Dolby
child.
surround sound stereotyping.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, it's a good
Do you
job.
get stereotypos as well?
I do. I make two lots of paper liquid, or Tipex as they used to call it in the old days. It's all good fun.
eh?
Lynn Robinson, that's a nice name, isn't it? Lynn Robinson says, did you try the apple cider vinegar? No, is the answer to that question, and we dealt with that, and now we pushed that into a drawer, never to be said again. No, because I thought it was going to be a lovely soft drink of apples and side of a vinegar bottle. Turns out it's some medicinal thing that I don't know what you do with, so... I don't know. Somebody said you put a few drops in. Somebody else says you liquidize it with eggs. Somebody told me you make sure that you've got 4 midgets in a little round room and you shake it quite violently. I didn't think that was true.
Perchance, have you tried just using a certain search engine and just seeing what suggestions it comes up with and then deciding what suits you?
Yes, I did. I went to that search engine, Ask Vobes. Hadn't a clue. Hadn't a bloody clue.
I wouldn't bother asking that.
No, he hasn't. He doesn't even know how to write code.
Either you'll get completely the wrong answer.
Beep, 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 beep. My son writes code, does all his websites, and I submitted some code. Well, I was doing dash dot dash dash dot dot dash dash dot, and he says that's the wrong kind of code. I said, well, I've got some other code, but you can't read it unless you've got an iron because I wrote it in lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Long there. Ron Langley says, I have a goatee beard, but I don't cycle. You're a very lucky man.
It suits you.
Yes, it suits you, see. You've got a goatee beard and you're on all fours, you nibble the grass at the tops of mountains. It's all very good. We like it. Anytime Elaine doesn't fancy talking to you, she gives you a thump up the rear and wah! You land on your goatee beard. It's perfect.
Seabird said, I've never understood that cyclists don't have to pay any kind of road tax, and yet they want all the road and they get all the priority over the cars. It doesn't make sense.
Yes, absolutely. And if anybody has an accident, they always go, yeah, I got it on camera, see me. It's like they're the police. I mean, I cycle on my bicycle and on a unicycle. I've cycled on a unicycle.
So have I, actually.
And actually,
probably nowhere near as well as you have.
And on my unicycle, I confess, I didn't have mud guards, which I thought was legal to have mud guards. You see a lot of cyclists, they don't have mud guards, but I thought mud guards was actually...
a legal requirement to have.
A legal requirement to have on a bicycle. But on a unicycle.
No, but it's a sensible one to have if you live in a country that spends a lot of time being rainy.
I don't have handlebars or brakes or lights. No handlebars, no brakes, no lights on a unicycle.
4 candles.
4 candles. We're talking about caravanning and camping, ladies and gentlemen, so quite how we got onto cycling, I have no idea.
It was you asking me why I was late.
Yeah, that's it. Why were you late?
So I stuck behind a bicycle.
Bloody cyclist, I tell you. Anyway,
Colonel Gratty says, I have sent a picture showing me in my tent in North Wales in winter.
Oh,
Diane
lovely.
Sadler says, hello, Richard and Julia.
Hello,
Paul
Diana Sadler.
Carl Griffin says, no, but I do have a full beard at the moment, though only because I had teeth out and stitches, so couldn't shave. I must admit, it's very warm. Oh, I bet it is. Probably going to get a bit too warm in the next few days.
And here, ladies and gentlemen, just for you, Colonel Craig Ratty examining a tent. And there it is. Look at that.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
As the orange tent as seen before.
Yes.
This time without the life-saving...
I have to say, though, in the far distance there on the
post
left-hand
box.
side of the screen is a very nice looking and quite cosy, in that instance, warm and probably dry camper van. And if you don't like that, there's a shed just behind the red car. Well worth investigating. Look at that. Never mind, Mr. Cragratty. Sorry. Look, there we are. Warm things. And look at that. A post box disguised as a shed. If you've got oversized letters, shove them. What's this bloke doing? He looks like he's got a gun in his hand. He's going, look.
Cracking open a beer, maybe.
It could be.
Where's his tent? Is it hiding behind his car?
Yes, he's got a very low-profile tent. And no, he lives in the shed, but he's watching this bloke going, I wonder if he's going to put up any more than a tent. This is a caravan site, isn't it, with these gravel drives?
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter Warby says it's not a camper van, Richard. It's a motor home.
Oh, is it a motor home?
It's a motor home.
A motor. Well, isn't it a camper van? Well, what's the difference? Is it the size thing?
Well, it's not a static caravan.
I've got a big one in here, ain't I? Yes, it's not a static one because it's got wheels.
Exactly.
Although static caravans
do actually have wheels.
Yes, they're almost like unicycles of the caravan world, aren't they? Because they only have 2 wheels, whereas most caravans I think they only have 2 wheels, don't they? Yeah, that's right. They do have 2 wheels. They have another little tiny wheel. That little tiny wheel that you have that funny turny thing
It's
on.
like watching a tortoise go round and round in circles on its back. It's like, do you help it or do you not?
I don't know. You just hit it on the head, don't
If you
you?
help it, then it's going to need the help all the time. It's not going to work out how to get out of it itself.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That Titanic was the first to use the SOS. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Is it the first ever? No, I'm sure
Well,
the
that probably
bloke who
wasn't.
invented SOS would have been the first. Surely Mr. Morse. He was the first. Now, come on, be fair. What else have we got? By the way, there's another picture here in the picture gallery. It's just come in. Very exciting. Lisa Lambourne caravan. This caravan, she says, we book every year in beautiful Swanage.
Oh, lovely.
Never tire of the view. Swanage. Have you ever been stuck in the Swanage? Oh, I tell you, get your feet in. You can never get it out.
Not the way you say it.
Not the way. Here we go.
No, I don't think I've been to Swanage.
Here we are. Look, have a look. There we are. Not quite sure which one she's talking about. There's one on the left and one on the right, or maybe it's both.
Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But there, look at the views. Look at the views of those
Gorgeous.
gorgeous rooftops of houses just in front of the miserable-looking sea.
The
That's
skyline's
nice.
very pretty there.
Oh yes, the sky. I
That
love
lovely
that little
rolling
bit
hill and
of, bit
the
of blue in the sky.
white
there.
cliff
Yeah,
and
white cliff.
lovely sea.
And yeah,
And there's white specks on the sea.
the rocks of Gibraltar, the
Person
other
falling
side
down
there.
off the cliff. What?
And the Spanish riding in on their camels. What? Anyway, yeah. So,
Oh, you forgot the Amazon Queens on their Pegasi.
and there we are. Look, this is This is the night show where they have a light show every night. Rainbows and pixies.
Those are the rainbows that the Amazon Queens are coming down on the Pegasi.
Oh, I see. On the Pegasi.
Yeah, the 4 Pegasi of fate.
Is that like a Pegasaurus?
It's a multiple of Pegasus,
Oh, a multiple of Pegasus.
as I have decided it.
Is a Pegasi. Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. You learn-
Pegasi.
A Pegasi. Take a big
Oh no, I
Pegasi
need a
relief.
peg. There's a little peg around here somewhere. Never mind.
Daily
Too
Walker
late.
says on the Vobes Show, he says, on the few occasions I've been camping, a small disaster has happened. Oh, I see. Tent blowing away, flooding, forgetting equipment, made...
A mate cutting his hand
A
and a
mate-
trip to A&E, to name a few.
Blimey, there we are.
Sounds rather...
The lesson learnt there, never accept to go camping with Daily Walker because
Sorry, Daily.
you're up for, a nightmare. But that's okay. Paul Carr
I
Griffin...
suppose it'd make for good filming though, wouldn't it?
It would make for great, yes, actually. You better come with me because we could do with some drama on the Vobes Show. I mean, every time I say to Julia, look, when we go away, could you not, break an arm, have your head fall off, make sure your fingers get trapped under a falling piano? No.
I
she
tried
said-
very hard to fall off that horse in Cheltenham.
You
really
did?
did try to,
Yeah.
Come on, Freddie, let's go, come on, Freddie.
And if there's
No, didn't go.
a field of cows, and I say, go on, get trampled in by all those cows, they just come over and lick you.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the drama? There's no drama at all. It's just
And I tried
outrageous.
to ask the crows to come and,
Yeah, like in The
Italian,
Birds.
yeah.
That film with Hitchcock. Don't say that too often, because, it can put you in a problem. Diane Sadler says, hello, Richard and Julia. Hello.
I said that one, I'm sure I did.
Oh, you may well
I
have
like
said it. Yes. What else? Paul Carl Griffin says, no, but I have a full beard at the moment.
I said that one. Do you want to scroll down?
Yeah, let's
you
scroll
might see
down.
something I haven't said.
Paul Werbley says, I could amend you on a tricycle like in Catweasel. Yes, I do want to get a tricycle. If anyone's selling a tricycle, please let me know. Or, better, they're giving them away. I don't know where you go to get free giveaway tricycles, but we appreciate that.
Lisa L says, it's my happy place. Just love it so much. The image we just saw.
Oh, is it? Yes, it's a very lovely place, isn't it? That
It is, it is.
mobile. Is that the sort of place that if a big wind comes along, all those caravans just are not there the next year? It's just a question. You may not want to answer it, of course. It's very personal. Lynn Robinson, sorry to jump in, Julia. She says, at the Vobes Show, just wanted to say I love and enjoy all your videos and the videos that are sent in. Love the fun and banter. Keep it up. Keep them coming in thick and fast. Kiss, kiss.
Ah.
Isn't that nice?
That's nice, isn't it?
That's very nice. Thank you very much.
Well done, you.
Yeah, no, and to you as well for all the other stuff that she didn't mention. What else did we get? SOS says Sean O'Brien apropos of the Titanic sinking. Yeah, so there we go. When I was a kid, says Bazzy Mr. Bazzy he went to Swanage. Yes, I think I have been to Swanage, but
Paul.
I've been to Swanage. I've been swimming in sewage. I don't know whether the two are connected, to be honest with you.
Lord Jeffrey Harrison says he got a penny farthing for £1.
Oh, well, I wouldn't mind a penny farthing. I have ridden on a penny farthing.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
That is awesome.
It is, and it was not one of these fake new ones or a newer version. It was one of the genuine old-fashioned ones with the big old.
Was it original?
Yes, it was an original old-fashioned one made when it was originally made in olden days.
Paul Carr Griffin says, my maternal side of the family come from Swanage and Corfe. That's cool.
Corfe. Did they have a bad Corfe? Castle. Castle.
Wap, 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 wow.
Everyone a joke, but none of them funny. Sean Ginley says they're called dormobiles. Are they? Yes.
I'm laughing, but they probably are.
I don't know whether they're called. I thought they were static, I thought they were tin huts. Everyone needs a tin hut.
Brian Jeffrey says, I once thought I was watching a film about caravans, but it was just a trailer video.
Da-dum-bum, da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, don't do that. You'll break the system.
Sensible Paul's recommending that you maybe should get a tandem bicycle.
What about a tandem... tick, 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 tick.
Boom.
Do. A tandem... Oh, the thing we would... Tricycle.
Yeah.
Can you get a tandem tricycle?
I don't think you can.
No, that would be... What would that be? A 5-wheeled vehicle? You'd have the front wheel. Yeah. You'd have the 2 and the first saddle.
Unless it was a unicycle.
A tandem unicycle. Yeah.
I'm not sure that would work.
I'm not sure that is very good.
Peter Warby says dormobiles were only made by Bedford on the CA chassis in the 50s and 60s.
Ah, is that man at C&A? They used to be good. He used to go into C&A and buy all sorts of stuff.
What was it short for?
Coats and hats, isn't it? Coats and hats. Get your coats and hats here, love. Do you know, on the way down to see my son yesterday, and because it was, by the way, happy birthday, George. My grandson is...
Was it today?
Yeah, he's 4 years old.
Oh, happy birthday, little George.
And hopefully Amazon
Not that he'll be watching this.
No, he won't be watching this rubbish.
The sentiment's there.
No, he'll be watching Paw Patrol or some other crap. Or he'll be in bed with any luck. But anyway, if you are watching George, watching the repeat... go and wash your feet. No. I hope that friendly Amazon came and brought you I couldn't be bothered to wrap it up or send it to you personally present. Didn't that we all do that now, don't we? It's like that it's like, oh crikey, it's somebody's birthday tomorrow. Bloomin' heck, I forgot. Don't worry. Phew. The big conglomerate that is a corporation to take and suck all your money out of the sky and everybody's job with it, they'll deliver it for you tomorrow. Which, actually, we ordered something for a video we're doing.
Yes.
And it's taking for bloomin' ever. And then in order to track it, you've got to download another app.
Jump through hoops.
There's
another one. Whoop.
Yeah, and you just think, what's the point? And then, yet the company I've already mentioned that is named after a rainforest or a river, depending on which way you want to do it, and I'm not talking about the Danube. They've set a standard which may not be good for the staff and various other reasons. It may be, I don't know. I know nothing about that side of it. I only know it as a customer. But from a customer's perspective, they've set this standard, which is, really good. You could do so many good things. Now, I don't really like great big corporations, but when somebody says, look, we're going to make the best the shopping service that you can possibly have, we're going to make the best. And you think everybody else who's in competition with them should at least match that. Don't you think?
Yes.
Rather than going, oh, well, if you want, the thing is, you've got to download this other app and then we'll send you a code and then you've got to do this and it's coming all the way from another country where we can get people to work incredibly cheaply because we don't have to do it ourselves because, we sit there swanning about in leather seats, whereas they are in sweatshops. Why do they put this, all these, when they say a sweatshop, is that just in a sauna? Why do they work these people in saunas? That's what I want to know.
Because their working conditions are very poor.
Oh. Is it?
Yeah, it is.
You'd think someone would come in and put some dry ice around, a bit of music and go, well, let's improve.
Oh, you're going to go buy them an AC unit.
An AC unit?
Air conditioning.
Oh, I thought you were an alternating current one.
Not an AC/DC unit.
Happy birthday, George, says Lynn Robinson. It was very kind of you.
Linda Kane says lots of different versions of tricycle tandems, side by side, alongside. Maybe we should look one up in a minute.
Yes, maybe.
Leonard Smith, this is interesting. Leonard Smith says C and A was Clemens and August.
Oh.
Renin Meyer, the founders' surnames. Right, cool.
Were they English or American? Or another nationality, perhaps.
I think they were European. But apparently there's still a store in Nice, in the south of France, says Peter Warby.
Good gracious. In Nice, that's a long way to go to get a coat nat, isn't it?
It is. Sweatshop, mainly in hot countries with no aircon, says Peter Warby, yes.
Oh, is that what it is? You see, you're talking to the educated ignorant here. We have made a whole world of being completely thick. It's something that we've practiced many, many years.
Clive Waterfall says Jack Phillips was the senior radio operator on the Titanic. He went down with the ship while still sending out the SOS call. He was born in nearby Godalming, where there's a memorial. Have you seen that memorial?
No,
maybe we should go visit it for a Bold Explorer video.
It's a funny old thing, though. There you are. You can imagine the water's coming up like this, and your last breath is dee 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 dee. It's a bit sort of late.
It's not
then,
really your
isn't
breath, then, is it? It's like the last movement.
But isn't it a bit late? I mean, he could have saved.
No,
him.
but he could have tried to save himself, but by that point he probably would have gone down with the ship anyway. Because
where was Thunderbirds?
It would have sucked him down.
Where was International
Where
Rescue?
was International Rescue?
I mean, if only
that
he'd
is
gone.
Not FAB.
Dun, 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 you know how the music goes. How does it go? Dun, 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 dun. Copyright strike.
Anyway, yep.
Dun, 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 dun. And then up in space, old John would have been standing there because luckily he's on strings, so he never falls down, and he stands there with that sort of oversized pen thing, glowing like this, like puppets do, and then you never really get the conversation, do you?
No.
In the original 1960s TV series Thunderbirds, you never really got them going. Our coordinates are what 3 words? Fish, trout, and bogeyman. Thank you very much. And then he has to radio down to Dad and tell, and then Dad, all this business about the paintings all changing. I mean, all that slows the process down, doesn't it? And then suddenly now that you see the paintings of them all dressed, all the photographs, whatever it is, fate of them all, then it can all come out, and then to get to their blooming spaceships and rocket launchers and things, they either sit on a special sofa that seems to take forever. Whereas by then, the fire brigade just go down a pole. Straight, Thunderbirds. Right. And then I always thought that was really bizarre. Thunderbird 1 would go there first. And he would yes, FAB, ETA, 4 hours and 30. So everyone's like, go and have another swim in the pool. But don't swim too long, because in a minute you'll get decapitated if you're in the pool, because Thunderbird 2's going to come out. And for God's sake, don't take a dog down and have a pee by those palm trees, because they're going to lift up. You'll be thrown on your back, and Thunderbird 2 will come shooting out and burn your bum off.
You think far too much about these things.
Well, as a kid, I was thinking...
I'm sure we all thought about these things, though.
It's like, why is it taking so long? And then all the music... I mean, I love the music. And then which pod? It's like forever. Dun, 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 dun. No, I'm singing the wrong music. I used to know all this incidental music and everything. Dun, 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 all this. And then it's like, which one is it going to be? Not number one.
Pushing the music sheet?
No, that was the pods going, pods going in the cave underneath.
Sorry, my brain didn't...
Forever. Which pod are we going? Oh, it's not number 1. No, it's not number 2. Is it Gordon? It can't, because they're not underwater. Oh, what's it? Oh, it's the mole. There we are. Why didn't they just go, it's the mole?
Because you didn't write it, that's why.
That's true. They did a much better job, I should think, because it was fantastic. 60 minutes of the classiest television in the 1960s you'll ever see.
I must say I quite enjoy the modern version
as
well.
I could not bring myself.
No, you probably couldn't.
I could not.
Actually, do you know what? I had some of my my kids' friends around a couple of days ago, and they were talking about what was it? Oh, it was Bob the Builder on one of JoJo's magazines. Bob the Builder, they've rehashed. It's all looks different, and they all look like, what the? Why? Why? No, you can't do that. No. And I was like, the number of times I've seen them go Google over characters that were completely different to what I remember from childhood.
Why not just invent a new
time and time again? I know.
What is it? I mean, all at the moment, is it Marvel superheroes that keep film after film of these blooming old cartoons? Is nobody around to think of anything new? Mark Burgess says, how did Scott and Virgil get into their uniforms sliding down those tubes?
With some trick, I should imagine.
Yeah, obviously they had a chat with Wallace and Gromit, because they knew how to get you in the wrong trousers, didn't they? Oh, dear, oh, dear. Lots of...
Stingray.
Yeah, Stingray. Anything can happen in the next half hour. all of that. Anyway, we better show a video, hadn't we?
Yes.
And it would,
1, 2, 3,
that will
4, 5.
supercar.
5 videos.
5 videos.
We better get cracking. We're not going to have
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. Thunderbirds are go. Oh, I press the button.
That's what Jojo does.
Wait, does he do it?
He does. He goes. His finger had been Thunderbird 1.
Do they still use the countdown in Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
Do they still use that?
Yeah, and they flash all the different,
All the
1,
scenes?
2, 3,
Oh, do
4,
they?
5. 5, yeah.
I'm gonna have to fight. I bet that there is the version of that on the Tube Views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll get a strike for that, won't you?
Yeah, I'm not going to show it on the show.
No,
Of course
I was
not.
gonna
No, we'll get striked. Stop hitting me, swines. Right, a video capture device is ready. No, that's the wrong. Not video capture. It's this one. Sometimes I really have no idea what I'm doing. Right, let's start at the top. Who's doing the first video?
Stephen Agger.
Good.
Highlights of 2021.
Right, sorry, Stephen. I went straight into. Here it is. Highlights. Stephen Agger's very busy on 2021, and here's highlights of his show. He sent a very nice message, by the way. Thank you very much, Stephen. Much appreciate that. You never get to see Stephen Egger much, do you, in his videos, which is such a shame. But there, we saw him in many different places. Well done, Stephen. He gets about, and he gets around much quicker than Thunderbirds do. Mm-hmm. If you need any help, you want to just call Steve Egger.
Yes,
he'll be there.
Definitely.
Boom, flies like a
we
dagger.
Need him on speed dial, if I can spit the word
Dresses
out.
like Mick Jagger, flies like a dagger. He's got an awesome swagger. You just call Stephen Egger.
I was trying to add to that, but you're just so quick. It's like...
I hope that's been taken with the best possible taste.
Of course.
Of course.
I hope.
Yes, that's right. Mark Burgess says, Thunderbirds, one fast response ship Thunderbird 2 equipment carrier, Thunderbird 3 space transport. Glad that was all worked out. We will open the phone calls at about 9 o'clock. So, shall we do another video? Because that was very swift.
That was very swift.
It was over and done before we even knew what was happening. So, let us go from there. Let me have a look who hasn't been on for a while. Jackie H.W. hasn't been on for a while.
Yes, let's get her next.
So Jackie H.W., she said, Dear Richard, this is a bit of a personal one. It's about a dog. Let's find out just what she means. Ah, there we are. Isn't that lovely?
No, it's gorgeous. It's never just a dog, is it?
Never just
a dog. Never just a cat. Never just a horse.
That was lovely. Jackie, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that. Could have been a lot worse if you'd named it Just a Snog. It would have been a different film, of course, but... No, that was lovely. Thank you very much.
Beautiful sentiment from the heart. Gorgeous.
Yes, lots of people sending you hearts there. Lovely words.
And lots of pictures of cute dogs.
Kathy B says, thank you. I miss my dog, says Mark Burgess. Andrew Norris says, Zorro, particularly enjoyed this video. It's never just a dog. Or indeed, if you've been to the loo, it's never just a... Anyway. We'll move swiftly on from that. Linda Kane, so lovely. I think Juster would have been a great name for a dog. Yes, it's Just a Dog. Hello, Juster. How are you doing? Lovely. That's a great gag.
Or maybe Casper will get a friend in the future sometime.
Yes. It's just a dog. Just an invisible dog, this one. From the Invisible School of Life, the universe and everything. Right, we'll open up the phone calls briefly because we've still got some more phones to call. 0793 474 6790.
In case you didn't hear that, 0793 474
Somebody is actually already ringing before I've even taken the sound off the phone. Let's find out who it is. Hello, caller.
Oh, well, that lasted long.
There is it. There it is. You see, psychic. It's the Psychic Powers show. Hello, caller.
Good evening, Richard, and good evening, Julia.
Good evening, Steve. How the devil are you? Thank you for your
Yeah, not
hose.
too bad. You all right?
Yes. Thank you for the very long, extendable thing that arose.
Yeah, your flexible friend.
Yes, my lovely flexible friend. I haven't quite got the right nozzle for it yet.
No, I gathered that.
Yeah, but it's coming. But yes, how are you? What are you up to? Have you been camping? And is it just a dog?
I've got just 3 cats.
You've got just 3 cats there. No, not just 3 cats. So are they?
No. We used to go camping. Camping. I used to do it friend's garden years ago. So I had a lot of land, and the only trouble was that we ended up doing the old tent right on top of a red ant's nest.
Oh, of all the places to pick.
Yeah, and it was literally, of course, people were moving their feet around, and we literally got covered in bites and everything else because of the red ants.
Ah, yeah. So you made them angry, and they thought, right.
Yeah, then the boys had one tent, and the girls had another, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And the girls had all the spiders and the creepy crawlies coming in there. You see, because they it was a bit of a laugh and a joke at the time,
Yeah, so I suppose what you need then is one of these sort of anti-insect spray things that you put down first. So if there's anything there, you just go clear off.
Yeah, but I'm talking about probably about 50 years ago now.
Oh, when insects were alive, I remember those days. You put the headlights on at night.
You and me, Richard, were just kids, They.
Yeah, but in those days, wasn't it true? You put the headlights on, and the insects in the air would be attracted to the light.
Yeah, they always say that, don't they?
Well, and you drive...
Well, surely you're just bringing more insects into your local area.
No. And if you were driving along, you would find they would all get stuck to the windscreen, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because that's when we had insects and wildlife before monoculture and fertiliser and rant, on. But, these days you can go out and stick a light on, and you'd be lucky if you see a moth.
Mm. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I used to go caravan a bit, but one of the places we used to go down obviously Dorset. One of their favourite places where people showed that video, Swanage. Used to love Swanage. It's a fantastic old English town. It's got everything there. It's got the railway. It's got lovely. I mean, you would love it there doing your walks and stuff. Old Harry Rocks and the Globe, and it's fantastic down there.
What's the Globe?
The Globe was actually, it's a concrete globe of the world.
Oh, I have actually seen it. When you said that, I immediately thought of the theatre. I don't know why.
No. And then also, they used to, when I was a kid, but they stopped it. You used to be able to go down to the, someone might, I forgot what it's called now, someone will probably come up on the old chat, but you used to go down in this little cave and come out down where they used to mine slate and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But they blocked it off, I think, in the late 70s because they had a lot of health and safety and, rock falls and one thing or another. And they've got a lovely lighthouse. I mean, it's fantastic walks. I mean, anyone that says they don't like Swanage, well...
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a lovely. I have been near there. I did a couple of videos very close. Corfe Castle, Dancing Ledge, and Kingston, I think it was called. Lovely little village just nearby. A little bit further west, if I've got my geography correct.
And if you feel a bit energetic, you've got the nudist beach just up the road.
No, I didn't know about the nudist beach. Why do you have to be energetic?
Well, it's just up the road. I mean, it was apparently I think it was one of the first in the country apparently.
Oh, the people that can't get off. Is that what it is? Yeah. It's like some top of a thing, and they're all still there, going, "It's bloody cold up here, I wish we'd brought a coat."
Yeah. Talking of cold, how's yours now?
Yeah, gone.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's good then.
Yeah, it's like 24-hour thing, but some of it lingers. like the crystallised gunk just lingers. But I've been feeling super fine.
Oh,
super fine, yes, absolutely super fine.
What are you, a tobacco?
Yeah, super fine tobacco, ready rubbed.
Yeah,
a nice shag, as they say. What?
Yeah.
Steady. She said it. What am I? Tobacco.
Well, you said ready rubbed.
Yeah, ready rub tobacco.
Yeah.
And then shag tobacco.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what it's
that's
called,
pipe
yeah,
tobacco.
I know.
Oh, it is pipe tobacco.
I've never
The only
smoked a
Yeah,
pipe.
so I've never smoked a cigarette. Sorry, we're just having a tiff here.
Apparently.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a comment here. Paul Carr Griffin talks about the insects on the windscreen. He says maybe it's because they're better designed windscreens, therefore fewer insects. But that doesn't... about the bonnet on the... I mean, they're not any better designed, are they? I mean, they still poke out and keep the engine...
They always say that they're attracted to certain types of cars, don't they? If your car's a certain colour, like white or whatever, you always tend to get... Because obviously, I know it shows
The
up more,
bugs
but
on the windscreen.
Bugs.
Oh.
yeah, they
I
all tend to go...
No, I've never noticed that.
But when I was...
But birds like to poop on certain colours.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm not making this up, and I'm sure other people will vouch for it. When I was younger, and I first could drive, at 17, let's say, for sake of anybody trying to arrest me, and I had my driving license and all that, and I had a Morris Traveller, not an insect magnetising thing, not actually a woman magnetising vehicle either, but I had a Morris Traveller, lovely estate with a wooden, thatched roof and everything, door, little garden at the back, gnomes in the front there, and apple tree. And if I parked it up, went somewhere at night time, turned on the lights and just like that, you would see a plethora of insects fluttering, and especially in the countryside. Because I lived in Horsham, which was this tiny little country, almost, barely a town. And then
I know. It's a city now.
And now it's West Sussex.
It's now Hawley or Crawsham.
Yes,
It's a city.
It's now the south of England, Horsham.
Yeah.
It's just this one long spot. Everything's joined up, like writing.
Yeah.
I'm still struggling with that, and indeed thought. But so I'm not convinced that it is just the windscreens. I think we have lost our
Mark
diversity.
Townsend says we had a plague of ladybirds in 1976 due to the hot weather causing an increase in aphids. Anyone remember that?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Down at Little Hampton, it was everyone was. You literally were covered in it. I remember that one. It was.
And of course, that must have been you. I mean, you do a bit of gardening, don't you, Steve? So, I mean, you'd be very knowledgeable or aware of aphids because they start getting onto plants.
The only trouble, what the problem was, of course, they ate all the aphids, and then the trouble is, once the aphids are gone, of course, all the ladybirds were just dying in their billions, basically, because they had nothing to eat.
Gosh.
Because that was the trouble. They were actually starving because because that's the only thing they really eat. They don't eat anything else, do they?
Do they not?
So
there was no point going and sort of going, here's a KFC for you, mate, and try some. No,
it's not like wasps who eat anything sweet or anything. Give them a donut or ice cream or something. They just
beer.
go for the next thing. But ladybirds, as far as I know, will only eat certain. Like I say, aphids.
Colonel Cragratty said something interesting. Can I find it again?
I have no idea.
The cars are more streamlined, so the insects may just get blown over the top of the car in the airstream compared with older cars.
Oh, you see, look, Nigel Sadler's got.
That's the one I was looking for. There were more than 10 times the number of insects 30 years ago.
Yeah, that is a fact. That's undisputed. I think people are just trying to sort of make out that modern life isn't as awful as it used to be in the old days. When modern life was modern in the old days, it was still there.
Sorry, Richard, did you get the picture that Maz sent you? The pig?
Ah, yes. Now, let's show that because that was lovely.
Just a quick one. Nigel Sadler says the ladybirds... Sorry, the ladybirds even started to bite people because they were so hungry and thirsty. I remember it well, says Nigel.
Yeah.
They're crazy. Sorry.
Because I had 4 children, but one of them was succumbed to the
ladybird bites.
The ladybird. They just gobbled...
She got covered in a lovely of ladybirds.
And I remember Ethelbert so well. And now, it's just... all I've got is the odd leg of a ladybird and a wing where I was fighting them off because they were getting to all sorts of sizes. Right, I'm just looking for... your good lady Maz, where
oh,
is...
the pig.
Yeah, the pig. Where?
Piggy pig.
Julia
right
like
there,
it.
there.
Yeah, here we go. So this is we've got 3 pictures of the pig here. So the first one, have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
It was found or bought.
This was purchased. Tell us the story.
Well, Maz, we always try and find quirky things either online or car boots or anything else. And she saw someone advertising it quite cheap. And so she said, "Oh, I purchased a pig," and I thought, "Oh, what do you want a pig for?" And it's actually got like a money box, so you can put money in it, but it hasn't got a hole at the bottom.
So you can't get it out.
No, basically.
I'd
And
be tempted
they
to
had
steal
it in the
that.
garden, and I thought, "Oh, what are we going to do with this?" So she said, "Well, leave it to me." So she wanted to do it. So Maz sanded it all down, and she gave it about 4 coats, and she done all these. Well, you'll see it. And we're going to put it in the garden. So it's just as a.
So there it is. Look, this lovely. I mean, it looks pink in the picture here, but
Starry,
you said it's purple.
starry pig.
Purple.
Yeah.
Purple.
where
with-
is it?
what colour are the stars? Are they
There might be
silver
a-
or are they white?
I can't see a picture of it.
Can you not? Well, we're looking at it, but there might be a delay.
Oh.
It takes like 30 seconds sometimes.
Oh, I see it. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. And we're now looking at his back end, but there'll be a delay before it gets to you because
Little
of
tail of
technology.
curly pink. Is it got a star with its bottom?
Yes, it has.
Yes, it's a star. It's a star bottom,
It
that
has.
one.
That's
Yeah,
just
you-
tickled me.
yeah.
Pink.
Yeah, you knew that.
Yeah, oh, it's glorious though. I have to say. Thanks for sharing the starry bottom. Very
She
nice.
said, "I've got to put one there." She said. I said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, but it's lovely. Well done, Maz. I think that's fantastic. I'd love the idea that somebody's put a slit in it so you can fill it up with cash, but you just can't get it
Oh
back.
yeah, it's completely empty inside. But
Crack it open.
the trouble is, I looked. There's no hole, so you just literally going to have to drill it out, haven't you, to get
It's
that
like,
stuff?
it's like the way the government spends money. They spend it, but you never get anything for it. Seems to be. But there we
Oh,
are.
Matt's just got on there. Look, Peggy the pig. That's what
Peggy
she
the
calls it.
pig. Peggy the pig.
Oh, hey,
Peggy the pig.
Dumpman is in the house. Hey.
Hey,
Hi,
Dumpman. How you doing, Chris?
Right.
Right, well,
I'll
we
let
better
you-
move on because
I'll
we've
let you
got
go.
more videos and we've only got 9 minutes of the show left.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you guys.
Yeah,
anyway.
take care.
Bye.
Look
Take
after
care.
yourself.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. There we go. That
Bye.
is Steve, all the way from Little Hampton. It was lovely to speak to Steve, but unfortunately, time is
Ticking, as it
it's
always
ticking
does.
like a fried chicken. No thanks.
I've never known a fried chicken to tick.
Have you never known?
That's okay.
Neither have I.
Oh no, Chris is ill with the COVID.
Oh, Chris, what's the matter with you? You can't be ill with
well, what's
the
the
COVID.
matter? He's got COVID.
I thought that had all wound up now. I thought they
No,
closed it.
everyone's dropping like this.
What? The minute
no-
there's a war on, everyone's going, hang on a minute, no, we're all ill. Come on. We don't want to go back to work. Come on. Let's be all ill again.
They
for
are.
goodness sake.
There's quite a few off from from Elijah's class at the minute.
Is there?
It's very much like, well, do I send him in or don't? Because-
No, send him in.
Yeah, well, he needs the schooling. The
Get a
kid
bit of
needs the
COVID
schooling.
up there.
And,
Right, you can get...
and he needs the break from me and I need the break from him.
You can now, I've noticed in Woolies, you can get COVID tablets and COVID cream. You rub it in and there it is. It all comes up in a big rash. You can go, and it's actually, you can get tattooed, I've got COVID on your
Anyway,
head.
what we mean to say is we hope you get well soon, Chris.
We do hope you mean to get well soon down in the dump there where you live. Right, whatever
What he said.
Bernie is up next. He's doing the NC 500. And I'm still not sure what road that is, but it goes through Scotland and is up at
Ullapool.
Ullapool. It's nowhere near Liverpool, I'm sure of that, or indeed Blackpool. But let's find out a bit more about it. Thank you, Bernie.
Well, welcome to Ullapool. Officially only 1,500 inhabitants, and yet it's absolutely teeming with people today. This is Loch Broom. As our coach makes his way over there to park up. This is where the ferries go to Stornoway on the Western Isles. I can't remember whether Stornoway is in Lewis or Harris. But this is where the big Russian factory ships used to come and park up, drop anchor, then quite legally send smaller ships off to fish outside the 12-mile limit, and then they used to bring the fish back in here and load them onto the big factory ships and then go again. But, all quite legally. But yes, deep water loch. And this really is its raison d'etre. I have been told by our driver that Ullapool was built mainly by Thomas Telford, and it was developed as a fishing pool until now I'm not sure when the ferry to the Western Isles started from here. I have a line that they used to go from Kyle of Lockhouse until they built the Skye Road Bridge, and that finished virtually all the ferries from the Kyle. But I could be very wrong. Just thought I'd take a quick shot at that rather interesting looking clock there. On a very quick look round. Ullapool, population 1,500 and 3,000 dogs. They were everywhere today. There goes another one. The arrangements at the ferry terminal are rather odd. They go along that road there and they turn right just in front of that white churchy looking building into a holding area. Then they're called across the road in front of us there, and they load onto the ferry. But it looks as though lorries are called straight onto the ferry. Absolutely manic. I don't think I've seen so many people in such a small space. Unbelievably busy. But anyway, that's Ullapool, and that's the ferry terminal. And that's what brings everybody in.
Storms are brewing. Storms are brewing up there in Scotland. But very nice, interesting. It's interesting what you said about the Russians bringing in their factories and then sneaking away to blow up the Ukraine. I thought that was fascinating. They were doing it back then even. It's an outrage. Lots of fascinating and interesting comments about muffs, I notice in there. Have you ever had a muff?
I don't think I've...
You know, one of those muffs that you put your
I know
arms
what you
in.
mean.
Yeah.
Once upon a time when I was about 8, I think.
Furry muff.
I don't know what happened to it.
That's fair
Loved
enough. Yeah, look, I've still got... Which side is it there? See where I lacerated my face?
Yeah.
Yeah, no connection whatsoever, but I just happened to see it in the mirror. Ron Langley says there were 3 Bernies with shearings. Yes, I was sheared. I can tell you all the wool was taken right off of my visage. Gloria Miller. Hello, Gloria Miller. She says COVID-19 PCR tests are meaningless, though the whole world relies on RT-PCR
to diagnose SARS-CoV-2 infection. The science is clear they are not fit for purpose.
Yes.
T. Engelbrecht and K. Demeter.
Thank you very much for that.
Or Demeter.
The thing is, all this information that we knew here on the Vobes Show, and we're trying to tell people back in the days of lockdown when we were laughed at and scepticalised, then we were telling people that it was all a load of old rubbish. But no one believed us. No one thought we knew what we were talking about. We were ignoramuses. We were, in the field of numpties who believed the world was round and that there was a universe. We were one of those strange, quirky people. It's all a flat earther's fault. So we know what you're talking about. But we agree.
Lord Geoffrey Harrison says, I had one of those pigs. You get the money out turning the tail round, if it's the same one.
Yes, but there was no hole for the money to come out unless you can take the tail off.
Unless it slides out of the tail somehow.
Or you've got to, basically, you have to turn it upside down. It's one of those things. How much do you want the money? I really want the money.
We're curious now.
The other thing is you could put it on a fire.
Does that tail move at all?
I don't know. I mean, you can't tell from the picture.
You'd have to kind of... Anyway, whatever.
Maybe the pig actually comes apart. It just doesn't look like it comes apart. Or you put it on a fire like a real pig, and you roast the pig, and then you get your money's worth.
Maybe it's a Trojan pig and there's actually a load of little pixies in it.
Yeah, or Troy people. A Trojan would be full of Troy people, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
All right, Troy. Not Troy Tempest, obviously, from Stingray, of course. Rosie
No
Raver, beg your pardon, says, never had COVID and never had the jab and won't have it. Neither. You're like me. I never had COVID. Well, I did have COVID in the early days. Before COVID was a thing, I had it. I had it in the 1960s before people were even thinking about it. COVID, give me... I used to have COVID bread, a bit like Hovis bread. That was quite nice. But I haven't had the jab. It's not done me any favours.
Steve Mitchell says there's no hole on the pig.
There is no hole on the pig.
Except for the slot.
Except for the pig itself, which is all whole pig. It's whole pig, isn't it? Know what I mean? Oh, yes. Told you so.
What time is it?
I don't know. It's time the show came to an end.
Come on, hurry up.
Linda B says, she says, have you, Linda? Have you? I don't know what she's talking about there. We saw it in an open-air production at Wakehurst a few years ago on a beautiful sunny evening. Just, I don't know what the hell she's on about. Meanwhile, Henri Agincourt, Henri Agincourt, the two finger salute, the longbow, ha ha ha. He says something after all of that, and he's not actually talking to us at all. He's talking to Station Master's choice. So good job that Station Master can understand the very thick French accent. The onions and garlic, and all of the stuff.
Nigel Sadler says...
Yes, save me from
myself.
myself.
Got COVID 18 years ago. Then again, 14 years ago.
There you are, you see. COVID SARS-1, I mean, that was, that's the original. When they came out with COVID SARS-2, it's like just watching, Star Wars, The Next Generation, or whatever it's called. It's like the new version of Frank Spencer Goes to Belgium on a toy train. It's not the same, is it? Have they remade? Some others do have them.
I think so.
You can imagine they'd make... Who's a modern person these days? A modern actor, modern comedian actor that's not known by me?
Russell Kane?
Russell Kane. There we are. Never... imagine, there we are. Frank Spencer played by Russell Kane. Would that be good?
It might.
Can he go...
I'm trying to think of Frank's...
Betty. Can he do a Betty?
Do you know what? He bloody would.
Oh, that's no good. Anyway.
Anyway, Saad Bodler. Hello from Pakistan. My father watches your videos and really appreciates your content.
Ah, you're a star. Where is you? Who is
Pakistan.
It? Yes.
Saad Bodler.
Oh, yes, there we are. Saad
I'm
Bodler.
sorry if I've butchered your name. Sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry if we've butchered your name.
We butcher everybody's
But we're
names.
very thrilled
We're good at it.
that your father watches all the videos. What a nice man he is.
Thank you for messaging.
Say hello from the lovely bald one and the ugly Julia.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Steve Mitchell says, is Ricky in tomorrow?
Oh, yes. Good. I'm glad you reminded me. Ricky is in tomorrow. Yes, it'll be a very serious show tomorrow. We're going to be glum and glummer tomorrow. Ricky and I will be here at 8 o'clock for an hour, trying not to laugh or crack any jokes or any furniture, particularly glasses. Angela Skelton says, my leg has stopped fidgeting now. I'm eating walnuts for their magnesium content. Fantastic. I'm glad your legs have stopped fidgeting. Did you ever have a teacher that would shout at you and go, stop fidgeting, Angela? You may not. We've got 2 more videos, but we can't play them now because it's gone 9 o'clock. Sorry about that. We've only managed 1 phone call. I've managed to get 642,000 words out. I'm on. You know these people who go for 10,000 steps a day?
Yes, you're on the word count instead.
Yes, I'm on the 10,000 words a day. If I can get those words out, I feel I've exercised my throat muscles.
Didn't you buy some gum to exercise your face with?
Yes, that's right. Apparently, chewing a special type of hard gum, not fruit gums, but that kind of hardness.
No, chewing gum.
Yes, chewing gum, but those fruit gums, when you know the ones in boxes, they're the ones that are really hard, especially the ones that have been
Not
hanging
this Hubba Bubba soft.
Yeah,
stuff.
no, not Hubba Bubba cripply crap.
Bubbling.
I'm sure it's very nice manufacturer, if in case you wanted to sue me, but it's not. We're not talking about your nonsense. We're talking about those fruit gums, the Roundtree's fruit gums, that they're in the box, little square boxes that are on the back. They've been around, for a couple of years, past their sell-by date, and they're really rock hard. Those, if you chew gum like that without the sugar in, and exercise your jaw, because we don't exercise our jaw anymore. 500 years ago, here's a fact to leave you with. 500 years ago, humans in this country had straight teeth. But 500 to 400 years ago. But after that, they didn't. They started to get crooked teeth. Why? Because their faces began to shrink. And their mouths and their jaws couldn't fit all the teeth on, so they grew in very... Why? Because we were no longer chewing.
That's a good point.
We were no longer chewing hard, difficult, and so the faces have changed. But the bone structure will change if you chew on this. So I bought this special gum, and I have done a bit of chewing of it, and you can notice how much my face has changed. Look at it. It's the lovely Julia's face. We swapped heads.
Yes. Sure,
no, Angela, not fruit pastels. They're too chewy. You can't.
No, they're too soft.
Yes, soft. It's our soft foods. This is the thing.
It's got to be resistance.
And the trouble with all of this, it's made our mouths smaller and our nose cavities smaller, so that we get bunged up and congested much either, and people breathe through their mouths instead of through the nose.
Sard Bodler says you actually pronounced... Oh, gosh, let me put my teeth in. Pronounced it pretty correctly, and thanks. We'll definitely convey your message to him. Good. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Anyway, chew on a stick works for my dog. Simon, you're absolutely right. Chew on a stick. That's a good thing. We should chew more. Oh, hang on. We're saying good night to Daniel. Good night, Daniel. We've said hello to him about 600 times, so everybody please say good night to Daniel. Good night, Daniel. Good night, Daniel. Good night, Daniel. Let's sleep well,
Sensible
Daniel.
Paul says, I used to have a teacher who would whack your legs if they stuck out of the desk. Can I whack your tongue if it flaps too much?
Yes. If your legs stuck out of your desk.
Yes.
Imagine going into school and saying...
well, I can understand to a degree.
What, legs coming out the desk at all angles?
No, out into the aisle between the desks.
Oh, I thought he
You're
meant
too
like,
literal, Richard.
art.
You're too literal.
Like just sticking out. So you
It's
can't...
mannequin legs stuck onto your desk like this.
Yeah.
And this. Yeah.
Sir, I can't write. There's little Johnny's legs are stuck on here.
Well, I don't know about tomorrow's show, but Wednesday's show, there might be a couple of mannequin legs stuck to this here desk.
Come and look at our legs. This is stuck to out of the thing. Great Daniel show tonight. Thanks. There we are. It's a great Daniel show. Glad you approve. Is Dave Ivad out there? I don't know whether we saw Dave Ivad. I need to have a chat with him.
I don't recall.
Right. He's sending some music. And we wanted to have a chat with him about the music.
I'm still very much fixed on the one we're using. I really like it still.
But everyone's... Anyway,
it's
good night,
afternoon.
Daniel. Good night, Daniel. More good Daniel.
One quick one. Again, Sard Bodler says... He says, his father, that we had a guest named Mitchell who stayed with us a long time ago in Pakistan. You should visit sometime as well. We'll definitely be waiting to host you here. That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
At the moment, we're travelling and everything.
Yeah, well, I can't travel because
awkward,
I've not had a jab, so I'm not allowed on an aeroplane.
No.
And anyway, aeroplanes, they just melt as soon as they take off, don't they? All that chocolate. Anyway, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy your show tomorrow with the lovely Ricky.
Thanks to Stephen Agger, to Bernie and Jackie H.W. Coming up on tomorrow's show, Mark Burgess and Mick Byrne will be giving us some wonderful videos. Who knows, there might be some more. Just checking emails in case there's any last-minute pictures to show in. Motorhome in Swanage. Haven't had a chance to show those. We may get to show them tomorrow. Time is ticking, and
sorry guys,
that's it. Don't forget, you can send in a massive donation if you wish to the show. We would love to receive it and spend it down at the carnival. But just saying, truth is always the best policy, isn't it?
Lay the money down.
Lay your money down. That's it. Thank you, Julia, for coming in and brightening it. That's a nice jumper,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
I love it. It's
Very nice, isn't it nice? Yeah. Until next week, toodle pip, and until tomorrow, take care and good night, Daniel.
Good night, Daniel.
Pardon?
Good night, Daniel.
Oh, good night, Daniel.